Shekinah Garner is separating herself from the 90-Day Fiancé brand and leaving behind the buzz and bustle of Los Angeles. She is also leaving behind the franchise. During the time when Shekinah was traveling in Turkey, she came across Sarper Guven. Following the one-night stand that they had, she went on to take care of him while he was ill, which ultimately resulted in a close connection between the two of them. The similar connection with Shekinah was experienced by Sarper, who had previously been with 2,500 other women. She was the ideal woman in his eyes, and he admired the loving character she possessed. Following the official beginning of their relationship, the pair went on to participate in 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, in order to document their journey. At the beginning of their relationship, Shekinah and Sarper encountered difficulties such as trust issues and jealousy. The food of Shekinah was under Sarper's control, and she was under a lot of pressure to keep her weight at a certain level. He went so far as to assist her in obtaining cosmetic operations, providing assistance in creating her new nose according to his preferences. In addition, Shekinah felt uneasy with Sarper's history of having sexual encounters with thousands of women. Her request was that he cease training female customers and give up some of the negative habits he had been engaging in. The relationship between Shekinah and Sarper was successful in spite of the fact that they had a number of disparities. They have recently become a part of the 11th season of 90-Day Fiancé, which documents their journey to the altar of marriage. The years have been filled with several arguments between Shekinah and Sarper. However, their troubles became more severe after they got back together in the United States and spent more time getting to know each other's personalities. Because Shekinah had shut off a portion of her home with her home business, Sarper was dissatisfied with the living condition that she chose for Shekinah. Shekinah did not make a significant attempt to please Sarper either, as evidenced by the fact that she insisted that he place an order for food rather than using the kitchen. Sarper was not thrilled with Shekinah's living circumstances in the United States, comparing it to a jail, despite the fact that he valued Shekinah's kindness. As the amount of time that Shekinah and Sarper spent together increased, the relationship between them became more difficult. They formed an unfavorable opinion of Sarper as a result of Shekinah's decision to confide in her friends about the problems they were experiencing. Shekinah humiliated Sarper in front of her friends by revealing that he had problems with rage and telling them about it. Later on in the program, the couple was seen having a conversation about the prospect of ending their relationship. Sarper made the following statement: "If we break up, you will cry for years for me." Shekinah gave a response by rolling her eyes and letting Sarper know that she did not consider him to be particularly significant. She stated with conviction, "I'm not some helpless woman that can't survive without you." Despite the fact that Sarper seems to be content in Los Angeles, Shekinah has made the decision to leave the community. She reportedly addressed her aspirations for the future in a video that was shared by the account at Shabuti.com. Shekinah mentioned that there was an error in the spelling of the neon sign that was displayed for her company. She explained that she was unable to correct the error because the sign had already been hung on the walls and because it had been videotaped for the show. Despite the fact that she had spent a significant amount of money on the sign, she remarked that the manufacturer had made an error. Additionally, Shekinah added that she would not bother correcting it at this time because she is preparing to move away in the near future. Her intention to leave the City of Angels was confirmed when Shekinah stated, "I don't want to be in LA much longer," indicating that she was determined to leave the city. She continued by saying, "I would like to get a new sign that says, Fluorescent Skin, Miami," which was an indication of her intentions to make Miami her permanent residential location. Her goal is to begin a new life in Florida, and she is not only interested in leaving Los Angeles, but also in moving to a location that is quite far away from California. However, she remarked, "I'm not going to change my sign because I don't want to stay in LA." She continued by saying that she was unsure of when she would relocate out of the apartment. It would indicate that Shekinah intends to expand her firm without incurring an excessive amount of expenses. As a result of the high expense of living in Los Angeles, it is reasonable for Shekinah to have the urge to relocate to a new area that is just as elite but more reasonably priced. In the past, Shekinah has disclosed information regarding her financial situation on her Instagram story. She stated, "I work very hard for what I have, and I raised myself in a very, very poor environment." Having put in a lot of effort, Shekinah is really grateful for the things that she has accomplished. Her statement, "I live in a very expensive apartment in Los Angeles," was an admission that she was aware of the fact that the flat was quite modest yet pricey. She revealed that she rented it during the COVID-19 epidemic because it allowed her to run her business, which came at a time when it was advantageous for her to do so. It was revealed by Shekinah that her salary had been slashed in half due to the fact that she frequently traveled to Turkey. She confessed that she anticipates Sarper to make an equal contribution now that he is in the United States and to accompany her in the process of relocating to a larger residence. Shekinah has dropped hints that she could not be seen in any of the upcoming seasons. During the month of April 2025, she responded to a handful of her followers by posting a few Instagram stories. In response to those who inquired about her ongoing relationship with Sarper, she provided their responses. Through the account at RewatchReality, a fan posed the question, "Are you going through a rough patch with Sergeant Sarper?" Shekinah responded by saying, "Let's just say that it's highly unlikely that you'll see us on any more seasons." Shekinah made the announcement that she will be leaving the 90-Day Fiancé franchise for all of the upcoming seasons, but she did not elaborate on the reason why she would not be appearing in the upcoming seasons. Shekinah answered to a fan's concern in another Instagram story, alluding to the possibility that her ongoing relationship with Sarper could be the reason for her choice to not appear on television again. When Shekinah was questioned by a fan, "Are you and Sarper okay?" she responded by saying that things were not going as smoothly as she would have liked them to be, and she added, "Nothing about this is easy." In addition, Shekinah responded to a fan who inquired about her living situation with Sarper by stating, "Living here together in the United States has made everything harder." It is possible that Shekinah might like to withdraw from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise in order to concentrate on her career and her relationship.